Okay, here's another question. This time, what we are going to do is a person, assume a person maintains two bank accounts, a current account and a saving account in the same bank. Okay, so currently, for this exercise, we will assume the current account contains 25,000, the savings account contains 500,000. So what we are going to do is we are going to write a NS chart to handle one withdrawal of this person from the account. So basically, except the withdrawal account, because he has two accounts from which to withdraw, either current account or the saving accounts. We can withdraw from either of those two accounts. So what you have to do is the NS chart should ask which account you want to use, and then should ask about the amount that needs to be withdrawn or taken out. If the amount is available to give, so for example, if it is current account, up to 25,000 he can withdraw. If it is savings accounts, up to 500,000 he can withdraw. So if the amount requested is more than the amount available in that particular account, then you can't give. Then you have to say amount not available. But if the amount is available, display the message saying transaction successful, and also after withdrawing that amount, what is the balance left in the bank, and then you stop. Just one request for a withdrawal, put the amount, and you come out and terminate. Just this one. So in actual life situation, the bank, this will not be the case. This is for us to understand how the NS chart works. In the bank, this will keep on repeating after uh, requesting and giving this amount. You will again go back to the beginning and again ask for another and continue in a kind of a loop. So when we do the looping part, maybe we will look at that. But for this one, still we have not actually come into the loop exercises. We are just asking for a straightforward one with some decision, because we have to make decision because we don't know which account is going to accept the get the withdrawal from and how much. So those have to be taken, and we basically have to say if the amount is okay and the account and the amount is okay, the transaction is successful, and specify the balance. For example, if the person is withdrawing 10,000 from the current account, it's okay, right? Because I have 25,000, so you have to say transaction successful, and you have to say balance amount is 15,000, because 10,000 once you withdraw from that, the balance left in the bank is 15,000. So you display that and you terminate. That's all you have to do. Okay, so just one transaction we are going to try and write in a chart form and see. Okay, right. So as usual, before we do that, do this particular NS chart, if you want to take some time and try it out, go ahead and do that. Okay, and once you do your own version, we will just come and follow the rest of the NS chart video I'm giving you now. Okay, but just remember, you can have different versions of NS charts doing the correct thing without any problem. Okay, so the one I'm giving is one of those versions. There can be any number of different versions successfully working. Remember that. So you don't have to exactly come up with the one I have done. Could be anything, but as long as it works with all the values that you are dry running, like what I'm going to do and show you, it should be okay. Right? So let's see. So this is the NS chart I have done. And in the NS chart, I just want to, before we start off, I want to show you the decision boxes like in the previous ones, where and where we have. So basically, as you can see, there are 4 decision boxes in this. So let's try and identify those 4 decision boxes, okay? This is the first one. First one is immediately after accepting the type, you go into this, and in this, if it is true, you have this side. If it is false, you have this side. So always decision box contains 2 sides. So this is the true side and this is the false side. Now, if you, so this is decision box number 1. So let's see what our next one is, okay? This is another decision box we have, the second one. So in that one, the second decision box is there on the false side of the first decision box. See, after the fall, we have this decision box. Again, remember the decision box has the condition and the true sides. The true side is this and the false side is this. So in this case, false side has just one statement, true side has two statements and another decision box. So we'll look at that. Okay, so these are the second decision box we have in our NS chart. And let's look at the third one. Third one is this one. So this one again comes from the true side of this, going into these two, and then we fall into the decision, and the decision decides on true side and the false side. So always this is how a decision box should be. There should be a true side and there should be a false side. How many instructions you have in the true side and how many instructions you have in the false side depends on your requirement. Okay, so in this case I have one here and many here. Right, so this is my third decision box, and then I have the fourth one, which is this. The fourth one, as you can see, is there in the false side of the main decision box. The false side, this is the false side. So in the false side, there is another decision box. That one's true side only we have this. The false side just goes through this without any decision boxes. The true side does do these two instructions and then fall into the decision box. And again, the decision box has the true side and a false side. And this true side has this instruction, false side has these instructions. Okay, so this is our fourth decision box. So as you can see, we have four decision boxes here. And then let's go ahead and dry run this and see. Okay, so as you can see, we have the variables, assignments, then the show, and then the get. So to do this, we need the screen to display the values. We have the variables to deal with. Okay, so if you notice, there is a variable called current account amount. We have created one for that. There is one called saving account amount. Created one for that, and then subsequently we are getting into another variable called account type. This is current account amount, savings account amount, and then we have account type. So for the account type also we have a variable here, and then if you follow through this, there is another variable called amount. So we have one for that. That's all. If you go through this entire NS chart, there are only these four variables, the screen and the NS chart itself. Okay, and as usual, I'm just reminding you, this part you will not be seeing, the user will not see this part or this part because these two are inside the computer's memory. The screen is the only area which the user is able to see, and any interaction you want to do from the NS chart, you will be putting it on the screen and interacting with the user. Okay, so right, so let's start to dry run this. This time we are going to dry run with account type. We are going to, when it asks for account type, we are going to enter current, simple C. Okay, simple C, simple U, simple R, E, and T, all are simples. So let's just do this and see. Okay, you start, then go to the next one, and this one puts 25,000 into the variable called current account amount, so that, which is this one. So this gets 25,000. So we are just saying, okay, the bank contains in the current account 25,000. Then you go to the next line, and we are going to save that in the put that 500,000 in the savings account. So this one will get 500,000 from this statement. Okay. Then we go to the next line, which says show enter account type. Now we are going to ask the user for the account type, and we are going to ask the withdrawal amount. So account type, when you go here, it will display that, and then you go to the next line and wait for the account type, the get statement. So now user is going to type something. Okay. So this time we are going to dry run with the user typing the word current. So if he types current, it's waiting for the account type. Remember, here we are waiting. So when the user types current and enter, that will go into the variable called account type because of this. So after accepting that, you go to the next line, and in the next line we are checking, is account type variable contains current in capitals? No, that is this. So this condition is false. Then, or account type equals current with C capital, the rest of the letters in simple. Is that there? No, that is also false because this is entirely in simples. Therefore, This comparison, it will be false because this won't be equal to this because it is all in simples. And remember, simples and capitals also are compared separately. All the simples will be equal to simples, capitals will be equal to capitals. So if you check capital letter against simple letter, normally they won't be same. Capital A and simple A are not equal. They are two different things. Capital A is equal to capital A. Simple A is equal to simple A. Like that only it says. So according to this, account type current, no. This is in capital, no? So this is in simple. So this is not equal. Is it current with C capital? No. So this is also false. So this condition is false. This condition is false. So in the OR, if both conditions are false, it will go into the false side. This one. It won't go to the true side because this is not true. Then the overall condition is false because this is false, this is false. So false or false is also false. So therefore this entire outcome is false, and so you have come on to this side. Now in this side, in the false side, there is another decision box to which we go into. Here we are checking whether account type equals saving or account type equal to saving with S. So anyway, this is false. This is also false. No, this is not saving. Account type is not saving. It's in current in simple. So this is false. Account type saving, no, that is also false. This whenever you are checking at this time, you have to check the contents at that time in the system. Okay, so at this moment, account type contains current. So this is false or this is false. So false or false is also false. So you go to this side, and then it will come and go to the next line and say show wrong account type. It will show wrong account type, and after that it will terminate. So it won't ask for the amount or anything, the way the NS chart is done. So if the user types in anything other than this one or this current entire capital and C capital current, or saving in capitals or S capital saving. So since the user has typed something other than those four, it has come to this side, and therefore this message comes and it terminates. You come to the end. So you can see if you put anything other than current or account, the way this is being checked, then it's going to say wrong account type. But if we wanted to check for this also, then we could have included another or account type equals current in simple, and similarly or account type equals current in saving here. So another or has to be added if we want to do. But as it is, since we do not have that or, this is the outcome of this NS chart. Okay, so it says wrong type and terminate.